I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna just roll with it. I had a couple of times where I could have hit the record button, but I didn't. I'm doing stuff like sit ups and walking around and sending text messages. Um, but I finally stopped and stopped moving. I stopped moving, is what I did, right? And then I closed my eyes. I closed my eyes and then I saw myself, right? I could see myself at work moving around, right? And this is gonna seem weird, but it's the story that came to mind, so I have to share it. The voice you're supposed to listen to, that soft little voice, it's like, it's almost task oriented. It's everything you're to be doing. It's like, but man, it's gonna seem so strange. I'm trying to make this. All right, here's my story. I listen, let me tell you something. Okay. I wanted this understanding so much that I didn't put focus on much anything else. Right? I didn't put focus much on anything. I mean, I did a little bit here and there, but like this was it. I studied, I put it to practice, really focusing on my feelings and trying to understand this because I believe it. I believe in God. I believe that we should have whatever we want. Delight yourself in the Lord. He'll give you the desires of your heart. Seek first the kingdom of God and all things shall be added. Like these are passages that I've read, that we've read. We've read them. Anyway, bottom line is, let me not get all preachy. This is the real deal, right? So I'm at work, I'm by the printer, okay? And I'm short and they have it on this cabinet, whatever. I had to hoist, like get on my tippy toes. So my shirt has to lift a little bit because my arms have to lift to put the anyway, guys, listen. You gonna understand this because everybody wants to look their best. And as you should, because then you feel your best, right? Confidence on the exterior and the interior. Like, okay, so this is where this story is going. Anybody that knows me knows, like, I don't have like a voluptuous booty, but I have a little, yeah, it's cute. She cute. Um, I also, anybody that knows me, or now, I've always wanted not the surgery. I'm gonna say my cat about to, like, she's doing her zoomy thing. Anyway, I wouldn't say the full blown, nothing crazy, but a little, a little something, something. Lift these girls. I wanted that, right? So, did I try the gym? I tried the gym. I did, but like none of it ever. Oh my god, she's doing that thing. Jeez. Anyway, none of it ever like took my attention so much that I did anything, right? Okay. So the other day, I have little things at home. I do and have. I used to. There were times, I go through these phases. I have. Anyway, this is real, yo. This is my life. Okay, so, um, that little voice I told you about been telling me, hey, why don't you do some exercise in the house? I kind of like, you know, get your weights back, start incorporating. But I didn't. I didn't. I closed my eyes, I saw myself doing it, but I didn't physically do it. Only for 2, 3 days later, had I been doing it, I would have felt a little bit more confident in front of that printer because there were people behind me, if you know what I mean. And it's like those little things like maybe you should go put that laundry in the wash. Little tasks. Maybe you should park over here. But we override it only to find out why. To me, it shows how much attention God pays to detail to ensure that you are always happy. It's as if you're never to dip down. You're never to feel bad. You're never to worry. You're never to doubt. You are not ever supposed to think bad about yourself, or I'm going to say find flaws. By find flaws, meaning it's okay, I think. Do whatever would make you feel better. But pay attention to whether or not there's some guilt or a little shame in there. For example, what I just shared about wanting a little lipo here and there, a little breast lift, like little things like that, right? So I was raised in the church. And when people say raised in the church, I don't know. I went to church on Sundays. And as I started to go to different denominations, you were asked to be to church different days of the week. So that's what I mean. Because Catholicism, you just have to be at church on Sunday, I think. And that's where it started. Needless to say, somewhere in the Bible, certain denominations have found where tattoos or altering or changing anything on your body is considered, a sin or not good. So I was in that. So it's like, and I married that. Someone who's still presently in my life that will say something like, God give you your body. Why, God make you, the way you are. I have to, like that type of thing. And it comes, it's kind of like, damn, should I, for the sake of, this is how God made you, and you should just love your body because you're in it just for a little minute. Like you're only using it as a way of experiencing things. Like, you use the body for the experience because your spirit having a human experience. And I don't know, I just feel like, yes, be appealing, be sexy, but are you supposed to just be? Should you be trying to enhance and do all this stuff? I say yes if it makes you feel nice because you've already seen it. Someone who hasn't seen it can't say, oh, I like that, and I think maybe that's the difference. Someone may see it and say, not for me, and someone may see it and say, totally for me. And that person that says, totally for me, nobody, and I mean nobody, should say anything. Because that's going to make that person feel better. So it has nothing to do with anyone. And use what I just said in every context. Like, what you do, what you choose to do, no one else should have anything to say. Well, you know what? They can say whatever they want to say. You yourself have to stay on your path. Sometimes you want to do something and someone else will tell you, this may not be the right time to do that. Or maybe you should consider this some other time, or da da da. And depending on your, I want to say emotional fortitude. And why do I say that? I don't even use those words in common. Never in my life have I said emotional fortitude. But you know what's so funny? I'll say stuff and I'll go back and Google and say, damn, okay, all right, it makes sense. Because your emotional state of being is utmost importance. Fortitude, I don't really know the definition, but it gives off like, I envision, well, I don't even know the name of those things. Anyway, I envision solid, like, you know, fortitude. You're in solid ground. You're there, like a guard in front of a building, like those guards you see in front of those monuments and buildings and things in countries around the world, right? Yeah. That being said, that's how I feel the word fortitude. God, I hope this, man, this vulnerability is insane. But it is what it is, because this is what it means. This is what it's like to know me. This is my normal self. And my normal self is putting this to practice. And God said, hit the record button. No matter how you look, no matter, I never got the where you are. It's usually when I'm home. It's usually when I finally gotten myself to settle down. All right, now be quiet. And it's usually in the morning now, more so in the mornings. I wake up early. And I swish my thoughts. Anything that wants to come. Anything from yesterday. Any lingering anything that wants to creep up and want to like take position in my mind. Like, oh, let me sit here for a minute and let's think about this. I pay attention to how I feel. If it's something that I'm thinking about or a flash in my mind and it doesn't feel right. It happened this morning, actually. And I said to myself, I said, wow, look at that. God, why is that the first thing you're thinking about? And I stopped myself. I did. I stopped myself. And I said, oh my God, this is why. You know, we don't realize what we're doing. So you slow down, which I did. And I was grateful. And I started to remember how you feel now, right now, is playing out. I don't know how fast. I don't know when. I'm not here for that. I'm here to understand in simplest form how this works. So, see what I mean? Like, got me all over the place, but it's okay. It's okay. To me, this is far more important, far more delicious. Everything else will fall into place. Everything else will work itself out. Your job is the alignment. And it starts in the morning. It starts in the morning. Get those thoughts out of there and replace them. If you can't replace them in the moment, focus on how you feel in the moment, right? Your thoughts are messing with you. All right, how do I feel right now? Wherever you are, how do you feel right now? What do you need right now? Like, so if you're in bed, like shift yourself, like get real comfy, boom. If you can't, what's the next thing that will feel nice for you, right? Because I was picturing myself at work and I'm like, oh, like at work, I'm not really, I feel good, but I'm not like how I am right now. And it's like, okay, but that's going to be my task today because I had a very good day yesterday. Things are just working out for me. They're working out. They really, really are. And although I work at a job and it's not anybody's fault, most of the jobs are like that. It's like, what are we doing wrong? What could we do better? But this work teaches us to not focus so much on the problem. Be aware of it, but now, hey, what is going well? You know, what are we good at? You know, so things like that. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's what I wanted to share. That's what I wanted to share without crying. I'm always crying. But God is so good and so real. This feels so real. It's just like, I just have to close my eyes and think about God's goodness. And if you can't find God's goodness, just try to like, and by that I mean, some people may have it rough. It's hard. It's hard out here, or has been, you know? And I'm one of those that stuff like that doesn't matter to me anymore. But I just felt like I had to say that. Like, no matter at what point in your life you are, this is doable. It's totally doable. And you just gotta use your faith now. Your faith is what you have now. If you're watching me, your faith is what you have. And you gotta trust it. Gotta trust it. I'm over here like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway. That's why I keep my eyes closed. Close. Put your headphones on. Don't. I used to do that a lot. That's how I um, always close my eyes. So I became such a good feeler. Close your eyes. Then you have to rely on your other senses. You don't have no other choice. You know? I'm going to go get ready. Bye.